Revelation is necessary for us to experience elevation, but elevation is necessary for us to experience revelation. Genesis 6:5. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination, can you imagine? Every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. So have you got the picture? Can you imagine the situation? The people on the earth, they had an imagination that was coming out of the thoughts of their heart, but it was evil. But it just wasn't evil, it was evil how? Continually. And that was in the atmosphere. Don't you know that earth had become a very defiled and corrupted place? Now, I want to just point out a few things. We do have an imagination, but their imagination was corrupted not because they had just imagination. It was corrupted because the thoughts of their heart were evil continually. But in Genesis 6:8-9, this is what we read. But Noah found grace, how? In the eyes of the Lord. The eyes represent what? Vision. So when God looked at Noah, he saw part of his own image. Do you see that? And the word says that Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. And this is why Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. What's that last phrase? Noah walked with God. To walk with somebody, you have to be in agreement with them. You got to want to be with them. You got to be in alignment with them. You cannot walk with God. Come back. If you're asking God, why God, can you walk with God? Because at the moment you're asking, why God, are you in alignment with God, or are you in opposition to God? So see, this is very critical. God wants you to know that you're his son, you're his daughter. He certainly is not opposed to you. And you should know him well enough to know that anything that is moving in your life, he's got a good purpose for it. He will make it out for good. What the devil means for evil, God for you means it for what? Good. So when you have that mindset about God, that's higher thinking. So I want to just say to you, do you want revelation? And see, the Lord wants to give you revelation, but you're not going to be able to have revelation unless you can walk with him. Why did God give Noah all the instructions about the ark when the flood was coming? Because he was the man that could hear him. He was the man that had an imagination, but it was not ruined by evil thoughts continually. Do you get that? And as you consistently walk with God, God's going to see you. You're going to see God. And he's going to start revealing things to you. And this is why. Elevation brings what? Revelation.